Hey everybody! So the point today is that we need to talk about some products that are definitely not worth those sparkling accolades that they get on the blogs and on YouTube and in reviews in general. Just because I feel the need to rant ever so slightly. I want to talk about stuff that I think is shit, and the marketing campaigns have been incredibly successful because I have bought these products, but I just think that they're rubbish, basically. And some of them aren't even rubbish, some of them are okay, but the point is that they're just okay. I expected them to be revolutionary. Today I'm going to talk about products which I think are just not worth the hype. People tend to get a little bit upset when someone criticises their favourite thing, like it's this kind of self-righteous indignation on behalf of that inanimate object slash product that I am slagging off in my own special way. I'm going to tell you two things. I have unreasonably high expectations of things. I'm not very good at compromising on those expectations, so poor Kiwi. Other thing is that when people get offended and they start trying to tell me why I should like this product and I'm using it wrong, I don't care. I don't like it. That's my opinion. Bugger off. The point is that I don't want this to turn into some kind of playground slanging match where you tell me that I've used the product wrong or that I'm wrong for disliking it. Because at my primary school, when I was about 4 and you'd had an argument with your friends, basically the insult at the time when you'd had an argument with your friends was, well, fine, you're not coming to my birthday party then. And then you'd walk away, you'd turn on your heel, you'd stamp off, and then you'd give it about 5 to 10 paces before you'd throw the most contemptuous look you could muster over your shoulder, just to check that they were still looking and shocked by your angry departure. So basically, that's what I don't want it to turn into, but if you do it, I will do one of those. I'm going to start with this thing. This is Caudalie's Beauty Elixir, which makes it sound like some kind of magical cure-all fix-it potion that will make your skin amazing. It's supposed to be a smoothing, glowing complexion tonic, which also, according to their website, provides the perfect base for makeup. Bullshit. Everybody seems to love this, apart from me. I'm still struggling with one incredibly existential point of this, which I've not been able to resolve for the past year, and that is, what are you for? What are you for? I just don't know what this is for. It is apparently designed to smooth your skin, tighten pores, provide a good base for makeup, hydrate your skin. It's like a mist which contains botanicals like grape and orange blossom and rosemary, and a lot of people that have acne prone skin have said that this is really good for spots and things like that. I don't really have acne prone skin, so going by that, I probably shouldn't have ever bought this because I knew that I'd be disappointed anyway. The thing that bothers me about this is it smells like the frickin' dentist. You know when you go to the dentist and they give you that cup of pink stuff to wash your mouth out with? So you wash your mouth out and your lips still a bit numb, and then you just drool like blood, saliva and goo all down your front. And it smells like that. That is what this smells like. This smells like that pink stuff that they give you at the dentist. And honestly, it is just fancy water in a bottle for me. It really does nothing for my complexion. It is vaguely refreshing on hot days, and that is the best I can do for this. This is just one of those products which I'm still sitting here a year later going, what? Clarins Beauty Flash Balm, recommended to the moon and back by everyone and their mother, and also possibly their father as well. I just don't get this. It is supposed to make my skin radiant and smooth, brighten and tighten. I would love something that would brighten and tighten. I have a few areas in mind that could do with brightening and tightening, but in the interest of getting my face, like my butt, I just don't understand. I love the smell of this, which smells like babies, by the way. It smells like baby products, and I love that kind of smell. But it's supposed to make my skin look energized and soothed. And I did like this as an overnight mask, but under makeup it kind of made my face just slide off before I was ready for it to slide off. So I'm just going to have to say a big fat no on this one. Next is a product that just pisses me off. In fact, the whole brand just pisses me off. This is Ojon's Rare Blend Oil, which everybody was talking about endlessly, all the time. It was like basically what I inferred from the multitude of blog reviews that there were around the time that this launched, was that this was basically the best thing ever. Your hair would be like singing angels, like a Pantene advert. Side note, we say Pantene in the UK, not Pantene, for all of those who are about to say something. And yeah, it's an oil for your hair that you put on the ends of your hair when it's wet, and then you blow dry it. This contains kukui oil, manoi oil, and I presume Ojon's patented own formula of oil called Ojon oil. Either that or I'm missing something here. But the point is that the first ingredient of this is silicones, which is fine because a lot of kind of argan oil and oil hair products do contain silicones. But this was 29 quid. For £29, I expect more. The thing that really winds me up about this, why is there no pump? Not even a dropper or a pump or like anything. Even a dropper would be preferable to this gaping hole so that I pour shitloads into my hand, and then I have to like either have to put it all in my hair and make my hair just kind of clump together in these little oily grossness like I've not even washed it, or I have to waste it because I can't get it back in the bottle. So to me, this is probably one of the hugest disappointments. I was expecting such amazing things from it. But for £29, it's certainly no better than macadamia oil or all the other oils that are basically the same as this product but are more inexpensive. So for me, this is a big fat no, and pretty much the same goes for the rest of the Ojon brand. Their volumizing mousse is crap, don't buy it. The shampoos are okay. There is just nothing that I would rave about this brand so far. Next on my list is the DJV Beautenizer Volume Lash Mascara. This is like the disappointment du jour for me. I was so excited to buy this because everyone was talking about it and how great it is, and on the website that I got it from, they say that it does for your lashes what donuts do for your ass. Now, as a connoisseur of donuts and a general casual enjoyer of all baked goods, this is both an affront to my sensibilities and that of the donut, because this doesn't do very much for my lashes. So comparing this to a majestic, delicious, sugary donut is just offensive. The thing is, it's an okay mascara. It's got this kind of fibre wand, it's quite skinny, but the stopper never ever takes enough mascara off the wand, so if you go in a bit gung-ho, it just kind of all over your lashes, and you could easily be an extra in some kind of Marilyn Manson music video. It's difficult to apply in that respect. It's very black and it does hold a curl all day, but it doesn't give my lashes any of the volume that I was expecting. Certainly no donut ass comparison is acceptable here. Donuts, rest assured, I shall avenge the slight on your honour on this one. Suqqu Eyebrow Liquid Pen. This is horrendously expensive. And actually it's quite a nice little product if you look at it from the off. It's got a really fine brush applicator and it's a tiny little thing which just looks very cute and dainty and sweet in your makeup bag. I bought mine in moss green, which probably should have been a big neon sign telling me no, 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 but apparently this was good for kind of darker, cooler hair types, which is what I have on my eyebrows. So I bought this because of Lisa Aldridge. All hail Queen Lisa, but I just think this is crap. I just really think this is crap. If you really want to spend about 10 minutes carefully filling in your eyebrows with this, be my guest, because it's great if you want to be slow or subtle. Subtle is basically the word that I would describe this with. I'm not one of those people that likes to paint my eyebrows on or go really over the top. I just want a bit of definition, and this would take hours to get the level of definition that I want. For natural days, it's pretty good. apart from the fact that it always oxidizes on me and turns a kind of disgusting algae green colour. You can draw individual little hair strokes on your brows, and it does last on your brows all day like a tattoo. But if I get the slightest bit oily while wearing this, I end up with green eyebrows, and we all know that's probably not my favourite look. Do not pass go on this one. Do not collect £200. Overhyped. 2 products left. One of them is this Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer, which everyone seems to love except me, and I don't really know why I don't like it either. Maybe it's because I'm a mini bitch who hates pretty much everyone and everything apart from donuts and kiwi on occasion. But I don't get it. I really don't get it. For one, it's so expensive that you'd probably have to sell your cat to be able to afford this. And if you don't have cats, you probably have to sell at least 2 of your children. Because this cost me about £23, and I think the full size version is £52. It's a hell of a lot of money to pay for something to slather on your face. And the reason that I bought a sample of this was because I was in Liberty and the sales girl was doing some kind of voodoo where she put it on her hand and then spritzed some water and it ran off like when you put Rain-X on a windshield. I'm going to concede that it does make my foundation go on really, really nicely, to the point where I'm like, wow, everything is so much easier now. It's a very much painting by numbers kind of product in that respect. It makes everything a lot easier to apply. The thing is, I only really wear this if I'm not really bothered about how long my foundation's going to last, because when I put this on, my foundation makes a bid for freedom and sneakily slithers off into my boobs by about 2 PM. I can't get my foundation to last with this primer. And it doesn't claim to keep your foundation on, but it does claim to reduce oil production. It does claim to absorb excess oils, and it does claim to create a nice makeup. I mean, 1 out of 3 ain't bad, but for £52 for a full-size product, it's just not good enough for me. It does have a very light, slippery feel across the skin, which is very nice, but it's just not worth it. I'm going to go for the Money Shot and Clarisonic. I like my Clarisonic. I was really, really excited to get this, and I still like it. But it is just a really big face vibrator. It feels weird, it tickles, and I can't use it around my nose because it makes me sneeze. That's just a personal thing. But the hype that was generated around this product, which costs a hell of a lot of money, 120 to 150 quid depending on what model you get, is just too much. It is a good product, and I do use this about once a week to clear out congestion on my chin, because I always get bad congestion on my chin. But do I think that this is the beauty revolution that everyone said it should be? No. I'm just as happy using a flannel, if not more happy using a flannel, than I am using the Clarisonic, which is alright. I'm not as enthusiastic about the Clarisonic as I wanted to be, and that says something, because this is a really expensive thing to own, and to not be that enthused by it, to not be that excited, is just, that says a lot. I was more excited to receive a delivery of flannels from Amazon than I was to use this a little while ago. So do you need this? No. And it does sound really suspect when you're using it in the bathroom. That is pretty much all of the products that I want to slander and slate for now. I think I've had my fair share of ranting today. If there's any products that really disappointed you and you just hated them and you just didn't get it, like for me, Chanel Dragon, what? A+? Are you shitting me, Tentalia? A+. It smears around my lips and makes me look like a crack whore. That was just an aside. But if there's anything that you've been incredibly disappointed by, then let me know. And hopefully you have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon.